Thank you for joining us to learn more about the City of Orlando's Downtown Loop Gap project. When completed, the Downtown Loop will be 8.5 miles of continuous and primarily off-street bikeways encompassing more than a dozen neighborhoods and connecting to the Orlando Urban Trail, Gertrude's Walk, Lake Underhill Path, Bumby Path, and Katy Way Trail. This project will complete the segments of the Downtown Loop from Gertrude's Walk to the Downtown Connector Trail on Anderson Street and provide cyclists a safe, separated bicycle facility across downtown Orlando. During the study phase of the project completed in 2019 and 2020, several alternative alignments were considered. Based on the evaluation of connectivity, wayfinding, directness, safety, livability, and feasibility, the Pine Street alignment ranked highest due to its directness and proximity to destinations in the central business district. Since the study, the city has worked to adjust the initial conceptual design to minimize undesirable impacts either through adjustments in the design or alternative alignments in sections where impacts were unable to be mitigated through adjustments in the design. These refinements include maintaining two-way traffic where it currently exists along Pine Street. The updated alignment for the path is shown on the map. Portions of the alignment on Pine Street west of Magnolia Avenue have been rerouted to Washington Street. An earlier evaluation of Washington Street identified the opportunity to remove excess capacity in the eastbound direction and reduce existing lane widths to create space for the cycle track, wider sidewalks, streetscape improvements, and safety improvements at the Sunrail Railroad crossing. Long-term opportunities on Magnolia Avenue are being explored as part of the ongoing downtown master plan. Previous studies have recommended different configurations for Magnolia Avenue in the future, including a shared bus-bike lane, converting the northbound vehicle lane to a two-way cycle track, and even eliminating vehicular traffic altogether. The revised alignment ties into 4 parks at 5 locations, including the Under Eye, Lake Eola Park at Rosalind Avenue and at Central Avenue Eola Drive, Heritage Square Park, and Constitution Green. In addition, the revised route connects to the Orange County Public Library and the Orange County Regional History Center. A variety of treatments are proposed for the final design of the bike facility in order to minimize impacts while providing the safest facility for all users. These treatments include a sidewalk-level cycle track, which is a two-way physically separated bikeway, street-level cycle track, wide sidewalk shared-use path, and bus-bike shared-use lanes on Magnolia Avenue. Here's a look at Eola Drive facing north between the blocks of Church Street and Pine Street. The proposed sidewalk-level cycle track will attempt to minimize impacts to the existing landscaping, lighting, and curb where possible to minimize disruptions during construction. Although traffic patterns and access to properties will be maintained, at some locations, such as this block of Eola Drive, impacts to existing on-street parking is required. Just east of Rosalind Avenue, the existing Pine Street roadway section is wide, with multiple mid-block pedestrian crosswalks. Proposed improvements envision a protected cycle track on the south side, 2 raised crosswalks, and curb bulb outs to reduce pedestrian crossing distances. Access to and from businesses and parking garages will be maintained. The option of rebricking the Pine Street travel lanes is also being considered between Magnolia Avenue and Lake Avenue. Here's another rendering of the project, but this time of a street-level cycle track proposed along Washington Street. Here, excess lane widths are reallocated to allow for a two-way cycle track on the south side of Washington Street, adjacent to the Orange County Regional History Center. The cycle track is protected by a raised separator and on-street parking. In the distance, access to Lake Eola Park is just 1 block away. The Downtown Loop project creates a better pedestrian environment, slows vehicles, provides safer and more comfortable crossings for path users, and adds streetscaping. Streets with separated bike facilities are found to be safer for both bicyclists, in part due to the safety in numbers phenomenon, and drivers. Communities that have invested in separated bike facilities have also experienced increased business activity, property values, and tax revenues, with the majority of business owners supportive of the projects after implementation. After today's public meeting, we will continue to develop final design plans for the refined alignment and provide additional opportunities for community and stakeholder outreach. Construction is expected to begin in late 2023, with completion anticipated in 2024. Thank you for taking the time to learn more about this exciting project. Please contact the City Project Manager with any questions or comments you may have.